No, you're good. Cooking dinner for family or for yourself comes first. How you doing, everybody? Hi, team. Welcome in. Hi, Crystal. Please. You know, all the beggars and scammers are going to have besties because they're all going to want your income tax returns. I'm doing great. Couldn't be doing any better. How you doing, sweet and lovable? How you doing? Hey, Red. How are you doing, dear? You stay safe out there. Yes, you do, Sandy. Stop it. Oh, we're going to talk about her tonight. Her and her little minions with Potty Mouse. Okay, that'll work. Yeah, I know it's cold. You need to bundle up. Stay warm. That goes for everyone. We're gonna have a cold snap here soon, so be prepared. West to east. West to east. Yep. Potential of rain slash sleet slash snow. Oh, I know. I know. There's very few and far between on people being responsible on this app completely. Hey, I was in lives this week and I was trying to offer resources, long term help. And for some reason, I've been watching Wesley. Yep, I've been watching him, shaved head and all. How you doing, Disturbed One? Um, but it's funny. I keep getting blocked by them. For some reason, they're getting mad at me. And they just don't want it. They don't want the extra help. Oh my God. Here's one of them. You ready? I gotta tap the screen right. There it goes. Hold, please. I just don't know why nobody wants any help. Let me see. I got to make sure I get the right one. There she is. Here she is. Hey, everybody know this lovely one? Look at the very top, you'll see where it says you're blocked by the live creator for offering resources. Oh, yeah. She was screaming and then she got mad. And allegedly, according to her, she was going to be evicted, according to her. But what she didn't realize is that the person that got into her life to offer those resources, yes, me, I could have turned around and actually worked her way out of it. Yep, that's all they want. Cash money, honey. How you doing, Schindler? She didn't want any resources. She wanted other people's money. Oh, I know. I know. Clock it. Clock it. As she sits in a car, wondering and contemplating her eviction possibilities. Oh, I know. I know. Hey, you know what? She's sitting there throwing out about everybody coming in on a fake page, and all I said was, well, I'm not fake, and I'm here to offer resources. And she completely flipped out. Loving my kids, aka I think her name is D'Amica Williams. Don't quote me on it, but I'm almost 90% sure. But she got mad at me. She got mad at me. Look at this picture. You tell me she's not mad at me. You tell me she's not PO'd. PO'd. But yet she wanted everybody else's money in there. I mean, look. That's a better picture. No, she's not a new girlfriend. Yeah, oh yeah. And she kept on telling me what happened. I'm just trying to see what your situation is, assess what you need, or what resources we can get to you. How you doing, Fiona? And what resources we can get to you to help you out. She didn't want that. She just wanted to go on her rant. She got mad. I got it screen recorded. I got the screenshots here to prove it. Okay, well, then suffer. And I'm sorry, that I don't care about. That's pretty much how it's going to come down to. If I offer you assistance or help or search or whatever, and then you pull stunts like this, you're on your own, suckers. I give you one chance. She was rude, ignorant, and everything. How you doing, Sandra? She was rude, ignorant, and did not care. So I was like, you know what? You can only do so much. And yeah, they're begging hard right now. You're right, Spicy Lady. But you know why they're begging hard right now? Is because income tax returns are coming around the corner. And they want other people's money to help pay their bills. And they want their others' money to pay for their 1099s and so forth and so on. Well, I'm sorry. That's not a me problem. That's a you problem. Now, 9 times out of 10, IRS, yeah, loving my kids five. Thank you, Queen. 9 times out of 10, IRS won't follow up with a lot of these small name fries, but sometimes they do get caught. And a lot of them don't have pertinent addresses because they want to keep mobile. Well, I'll believe Timmy Nash has a house when I see it, is all I'll say, respectfully. But truth is truth. Hey, how you doing, Crystal Jean? Welcome into live. All I ask is that you folks tap the screen. I don't need gifts. I don't want gifts. I don't need money. Just interaction. That's the best gift that I can ever get from everyone, is just the tap screens. That's it. And that's important, you know? You worked hard for your money. Why should I take your gifts or your money from you? And that's how it should be. And I just want to make mention of that. Look, before, and I'm going to be honest with you, before I did have my gifts on, but then I came to the realization I don't need them. I don't want them. And I was being pertinent and honest and completely transparent with everybody. So that's why I no longer take gifts. But yeah, with loving my five kids, didn't want any resources, didn't want any help, didn't want a positive direction. She blocked me. Well, all I have to say to her is good luck. But you know who else? Somebody else turned around and blocked me the other night, and I just caught wind of her on another page tonight. Cake. Yeah. No, I have not seen Kimmy lately. But you know, Cake was live, and she's probably still live now, but she was really upset and she was going to cry because it was so cold. Well, I'm sorry if you would have reached out and turned around and accepted my resources she blocked me too. In fact, I want to see if I have those pictures where she blocked me. She blocked quick. She did not want any help at all. And it was like, yep, here it is. Here's some of them. I don't know if you can catch wind of the pictures or not. This is the live that I was in where she blocked me. Oh, I know. And they all have a GoFundMe. A lot of people are going to start setting up GoFundMes to pay for their taxes. You watch. That or also even go further than that. But we got somebody tonight we're going to put up that had a GoFundMe that took it down and changed it up, which I think is kind of interesting that that person turned around and changed it up. But, you know, because he decided to call me out on my resources. So we're going to call him out. How you doing, Crafty Cindy? Welcome in. Tap the screen. That's all I ask everybody to do. And if you got a tap, or maybe throw it on there for a little bit, but I'm not pushing you to do that. You do what you want to do. This is just an awareness live. So, that being said, I did want to touch on a few things real quick. With people sitting there saying that jobs are hard to come by, they are. A lot of companies will create what's known as ghost jobs. Sorry for driving into the chat, but I got to try to get this out because this is important. Important for anyone that's looking for jobs. Yes, we are going to talk about Margaret and about her Scuzz mod, so easily broke. I'm imitating that I'm not old. But this has to do with jobs and so forth. I did some research on jobs. Yeah, see right here. Companies frequently posting jobs that aren't actually filling. They're known as ghost jobs. They do it to collect resumes, investor relations, and PR. They do that. Jobs nowadays are hard to get, but they're not impossible to get. There's solutions to them. One of them, with a lot of these beggars and scammers sitting out there saying, "How you doing, Granny?" Sitting out there saying that they've filled out applications. They've done everything they could. No, you didn't. When you fill out an application, you persist. You stay on top of them. You keep applications are a big thing. And that's for big name companies, big name businesses that are putting out jobs. You know, if they truly want somebody to work for them, then do it out. Now, the catch is with them putting out ghost jobs, it's not illegal for them to do that. However, it's frustrating on the back end to the person that's filled out the applications. The other thing is too, and be honest with them. I would go in there, how you doing, Kelly? I would go in there and straight out ask them, are you hiring or are these ghost job positions that you're putting out? And see what they say, because normally with you knowing that information throws up flags for them and say, hey, this person knows what they're talking about. They have a better understanding of what we're doing. Maybe it's a good idea that we turn around and give them that opportunity. Catch them off guard. They do it to collect data, resumes, and this is the best explanation for it. They do it for growth reasons and so forth. Oh, okay. Look. I hope they hire. I hope people turn around and start hiring. The biggest market that I've seen, and I'm going to put it up here. Sorry, I got into Justin tonight. The wifey made a damn good dinner tonight. It's going to be bad, but a lot of these jobs are hiring fast food. I know it's not everybody's niche. I know it's not everybody's job, but you know what? At this point in time in life, a job is a job. It doesn't matter. Money in your pocket, cash money, honey. We know two people that aren't actually physically working. And yet, they're sitting on here time in and time out, always asking for people for their money. Yeah, correct. Not only that, but you got to also think, too, the potentials for benefits. Do they have any kind of medical benefits? Do they have any kind of retirement? Anything is better than nothing at this point in life. I mean, it could be just as easy as a convenience store, Sheetz, Wawa, Turkey Hill. It could be any of those, Kroger's, grocery stores, anything to get you a job, to get you financially established. It sucks, but you know what? It's better than nothing. So enough about that. I know I'm boring you all with that information. So let's get into a couple of things. Oh, yes. You guys all seen this lovely piece of work? Sorry if it bleeds into the chat. She's a real gem, folks. Needing $200, but yet turn around and putting out somebody else's banking information. Yeah, she's a gem. I mean, obviously she has a place that she's at, but she needed $200 for her rent. Yeah, she didn't want any assistance from anybody. And yet she decided to go on and on and on and literally bash people that were in her life. Now, she didn't have shit for people in her life. She only had maybe, if you're lucky, anywhere around 40 to 50 people. But you know the thing that made it even more sickening when she went live? Hold, please. Was, see the guy in the lower right hand corner? Dalton. Yeah, he decided to constantly and consistently utilize the R word over and over again. Didn't have any kind of a filter, didn't have any kind of care in the world, didn't have any kind of respect for anybody. But you know the one thing that I noticed with him? She called him her brother. But yet allegedly, it's not her brother. But here's the other thing. Yes, correct, Becca. He was a real winner. Oh, yeah, he was a winner, Mel. But you know, the funny thing about it is that he never once offered her, hey, look, you're my sister. I'll give you $200. I'll be up in a box getting clout. I'll give you the $200 because that's exactly what he was doing. He was running off of her to either get more followers or haters or whatever. But I tell you this right now, he doesn't ever want to get into a box with me. You know, he was all talk, nothing else. And he said that he has a job. Well, gee, the time of the day this live was occurring, didn't seem like you were working too hard at that job. Just suggesting, just saying, I'm just putting out facts and truth. You seem to take more time bashing other people and literally cutting them down and saying the R word. She even, if I remember correctly, mentioned it once. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The afternoon. You're right, Teresa. He was spot on in the afternoon. He was busy chugging them adult beverages back. Yeah, exactly. And I'm sitting there thinking, are you kidding me? Wouldn't it surprise me if he was not in another part of that house, apartment, or whatever, live on his own with her in another room with the door closed. But she wanted that $200. And she said that she had a job. Well, if you had a job, why aren't you at work? First off. And second of all, if you had time to be on TikTok, why didn't you bother turning around and getting a second job? You know, I find that awfully interesting. But hey, it is what it is. Now, what I did see and take notice that she didn't have shit for mods in her live. She didn't even know how to mod people. Well, I don't know. I'm going to look into that and do a little more looking into it. Researching would be the best way to put it. Well, now listen. I know TikTok is their job, but at least turn around and try to work for it for your benefits. Yeah, that's all they want. They want free handouts. And that goes with anybody nowadays, right now, that's begging for other people's money. Oh, she works at McDonald's. Well, maybe get a different job or another job. You know, you could work at McDonald's and maybe work at a local grocery store. Just suggesting. I mean, you know, obviously you're short on your paycheck. So the best direction that I would be is like, okay, I could spend about 4 hours at the grocery store ringing, you know, customers in and get that extra money. There's your $200. Oh, I know. That's exactly what it is. She was expecting people to drop $200 right on her lap. And I'm like, you're not going to get it, dear. What don't you seem to understand? It's tight out here, and you think you're the only one out there that, you know, has no money or is limited on funds. Get a bigger picture in life. Grow up some. Take responsibility for yourself and literally get your own money. It's yours. Nobody else can take it then. But yet you're sitting want anybody for their own damn money? No, I don't think. That's not the way life works. Really be concerned. And I'm just being honest. It really has me concerned straight out and across the board. But yeah, if you come across her, I'd offer her resources, but you'll get blocked. Guaranteed. Yeah, exactly. You know, that's a good point to bring across. The attitude they have then when they don't get the money. Black Mama's a perfect one. Sits there and cries and sucks. No, people do care about you, but they care more if you turn around and get an actual job. That is what we call manipulation with tears of rivers of tears. And I ain't falling for it. Period. Oh, yeah. And Black Mama's well known for screaming at people. I'm like, dude, you're going to get nannered. Dude, you're going to get nannered. You know? Also, there is a few things that I want to make mention to everyone that does go attempt to go live with TikTok. Now, listen, Cookie Lover, they're trying to run those tears down their eyes so that it makes it look believable. Okay, her, she had a straight face. You know who she reminds me of? Pretty little hobo that'll just sit there and stare at the freaking screen. How you doing, Awareness T? That will literally sit there and stare at the screen for an hour and a half. Oh yeah, an hour and a half and do nothing but just stare. I mean, look. Hold on. There you go. Stare. And I could put her up, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to enlighten her. And she barely gets anybody in her live. But you know who else I came across too? Oh, you guys are going to love this one. Here she is. There you go. These guys ever come across her lately? Triple A. I'll tell you a long, long story about her too. And yes, she does have mods. Anybody requesting, I am going to hold off until we get done with the live respectfully. I just want to let you know, unless it's important. If it is, let me know. Hey, Pillow Princess. So she turned around and she needed help. She had an electric. Okay. All right. How you doing, OG?
I need your assistance.
Okay.
Anybody in your life know anything about reptiles and snakes?
I don't. I'm just being honest. But I'm sure I can help find the information for you.
Okay, because I can't help Pillow Princess with a situation because I don't know anything about the reptiles. And I don't want to give any misleading information when it comes to snakes and reptiles.
Oh, Pineapple. She's a good person. She's part of the Gabby place. I'll get a hold of her. There's a person on here, to make it real quick so I can cover up for what OG came to you for really quick, and then you can go back. There's a person on here that I had found out. I will tell you the really quick rundown story. A couple nights ago, I ran into them. They were posting their Cash App asking for money. They have snakes. They have 5 of them in tote, in Rubber-made totes with no heat, no nothing. They
Well, snakes
also
like
keep their
heat.
feeder rats in totes.
Snakes like heat, right?
What? They have to have heat to survive. They have to.
Mm-hmm.
They have to be able to have a place to get warm and a place to get cool because they cannot regulate their body heat. They also have a bearded dragon that they just recently purchased, and it is too small, underweight, and it can't open its eyes. And they have it in a tote too. And I brought it to OG's attention not to like break up your live here, Jeff, but I brought it to OG's attention because I knew she was a rescuer, but I needed somebody, and this is why she brought it over here and told me to come here, is I need to find somebody who is really good with reptiles. And since they said Pineapple, I will send her the live. I will send everything that I sent OG and get it to her for sure.
Hey, I can give you other suggestions too. Do a search on here for reptiles and snakes, and it'll bring up content creators that do handle those as an idea. Suggestion.
Okay.
Also, have them reach out to local zoos and see if the zoos may be able to help them in their area.
No, it's not that they need help, all for one. They are mistreating the animals. They are not taking care of them properly. They are improperly taking care of these animals, man. Like, they're in Rubbermaid totes that are flat that you would put the storage underneath your bed.
What?
There are 5 of them with individual snakes in them.
Oh, that's not good.
No. And then they have 4 other 5 dogs.
That's why I said it was important.
Yeah. I don't know the area that they're in at all. Like I said, I didn't mean to come in and disrupt you, but
it's okay.
Came across them like a couple days ago and was like, okay, whatever. And then I came again across them, and then they started pulling out the snakes out of these totes, and then they started saying that they have 5, and this is how they store them. And I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't good. This isn't good at all. And the way they were feeding their snakes, if anybody knows about feeding snakes, most snakes are hand fed nowadays. You just don't throw a live rat in a cage and they'll eat it. They were just doing everything improper, like completely improper. I'm not like so knowledgeable in reptiles, but I know enough, but not enough to like know enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because you know my thoughts on snakes. I don't hate them, but I don't like them.
Oh, so they're a nope rope for you.
Yeah, they kind of, them and spiders. And sharks.
Yeah, usually people that have a reptile phobia have a spiderophobia too.
Yeah, sharks. And
but that's why me and OG.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but it's super important because they are being mistreated. So I thought you had enough people in your life.
Do me a
Somebody would know.
favor. Send me their page, and I'll take a look at them too.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
I'll send you their page, and then I will. Can somebody get a hold of Pineapple? Because I don't know if her DMs are open. Anybody who has her as a friend, could you let her know? Like, come to my page. I'll send her information, please, because I really want these snakes to get the proper care that they need, and this is not the way.
TikTok president said she'll message her. So
Thank
follow
you, TikTok president. You are a sweetheart.
Thank you, Jeff. Sorry to bother you.
No, you're both okay.
Again,
you're welcome.
And I will send you the information, sir.
Alrighty, thanks.
No problem.
Okay, so where were we? Oh, yeah, $80. But see, that's what it takes to be a community. You work together, you discuss the things, you reach out to individuals, and you find the help. That is what a community of awareness does. So back to her. In that middle picture, suits her. Oh, do you? Oh, Lori. You know, she needed help with her electric bill. If I remember correctly, it was $80. She needed that. She needed that so bad. But yet she didn't seem to realize that there is assistance with utilities. And I'm like, are you kidding me? That's why I can't have nice things ever. So the one thing that I did take and realize so far was that she needed the electric bill paid, but this video was dropped 23 hours ago. The day I turned around, and she wanted to eat her baby food too. 23 hours ago, and yet she didn't seem too concerned about the electric bill 23 hours prior to going to bed for it. How you doing, baby? That's what I thought was interesting. But don't worry, we have a couple of people. Yes, she wanted a lion. She needed that lion. Hold on, I got another one. It's gonna come up. There it is. There it is. This one wasn't too long ago either when she turned around and put that video up. But you know what? She got mad. She got upset. She didn't want any resources. And then, as you can see, Miranda was there supporting her. Miranda Kay was supporting her and trying to push people to give her money. Now, I wouldn't buy that $25 because apparently and allegedly that was not how much she was asking for. Trust me. She wanted it all. She wanted you. She wanted to turn around and just take. Here's another picture. That's with her and the baby food there in that picture there. She was going to eat the baby food so that she could get the donations, thinking that was content creation, which in this case it wasn't, because now you're taking baby food out of the mouth of your baby. You see how that works? Oh, she's got a boyfriend now. Well, I thought she had a guy and he was at work. I don't know. But you know what I thought was even interesting? There it goes. Was to the fact that she didn't take any resources. She just blocked me. But you know people that supported her? Here's one. That person was supporting her, even though it was a troll account. I don't know who it was. And gotta find the other one. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing too that I want to make mention too. And I'm gonna put this one up. You see this one here? Oh, okay. Crumb sent the 85. That's what I thought. See this one here? See this? This is the same live. Oh, because that's all they know of. Because it's easier for them to do that. But you know, this picture right here, guess what she was going to do? Okay. Guess what she was ready to do? She was ready to go hit the streets to turn around and go shopping. She made mention to, in reference to, if I remember correctly, Walmart was one of them. But oh, wait a minute, I thought you were broke, didn't have any money, and now you're going on the streets to go shopping with mom? Oh, by the way, mom lives there with them. Mom had a sore throat. And yet she didn't want any resources. Okay, that's you. So, I know, it's getting out of hand, but there's what's going to occur with TikTok. But she didn't want any help. Oh, let's get him up. Oh, I gotta see if I got the picture. I think this is him. Don't quote me on this. Yeah, it is. You guys all remember this, right? This is the guy that I offered resources to. And yes, I've been watching him lately. And he decided to turn around and put a bashing on the resources and the offer of assistance. He has a video on his page, which, okay, cool. But you know, the other funny thing is, he has a GoFundMe. Uh-huh. Oh, does he have a video about you? Well, you know, it's funny because he puts all these videos out, but one thing, And oh, by the way, too, it's cute that he liked to copycat off the link tree. I got screenshots of his link tree. You ready? Here it is. There it is. That's his link tree, folks. Isn't that interesting? Wow. Wow. And if that ain't begging hard, I don't know what is. Oh my God. You're going to sit here and spew that crap out about resources and everything else, and then you're going to sit here on an app and beg for other people's money? Dude, get a clue. Take the everlasting picture. It lasts forever. Oh, I know. I know. And I don't have a screenshot of that, and that's okay, but apparently he's got another dog. You know, yeah, he got a puppy. I saw the videos. He's using it as manipulation tactics to get people to give him money. You know, you sit there and say you have a job. Why do you need that? I'm just asking, honestly. How you doing, Bow Hunter? Long time no see, sir. But, you know, yeah, I know. Well, beggars have dogs and cats and ducks and turtles. Yeah, they're props. They're manipulation props is the best way to put it. How you doing, camping girl? And they use that to manipulate people's heartstrings to give them the money. Take notice, a good example, Black Mamba, no pets. Barely turns around and makes ends meet by begging and scamming because they have no pets. Now take a look at Jeff Gainey. Pets. Cat. How you doing, Lava Cake? We're getting there, don't we worry. Pets and cats. Or dog and cats. And the thing is that they use them to put them on the screen for everyone to use. And I'm like, okay. Yes, they use God also, and that's, you know, that's one thing that you know, you should be careful utilizing on this app because of protected attributes and situations like that. That's one of the reportable offenses on TikTok. You know, you may have this individual that may follow a different religion than this person over here. Now, granted, all religions, in my opinion, lead to the same road. But that's my opinion, in a sense. But, you know, you're going to sit here and spew out shit and show. In fact, you know what? Hold on. Let me put the picture up for you so you can see it. Because this guy needs to get called out onto the carpet. He'll never get into a box with me because he's too scared. But I certainly turn around and drop the video for his sorry ass. And yes, I'm having coffee this evening. That's why I'm all hyped up a little bit. But I think it's interesting that he puts that up, right? And puts that up. Which, you know, I don't need my following speaks for itself, whether I have 1,000 or 20. I'm a genuine. No, you're not. You're not a genuine. You're not, definitely not hardworking. I can tell you that right now, because you wouldn't spend so much time doing the beg on TikTok if you were genuinely hardworking. Oh, that's the other thing that I do want to put up. Let's get up to his GoFundMe, because you guys are going to love this about his GoFundMe. Also, he also was a known rug addict. And yes, GoFundMe's, there you go. There you go. That's part of it. I got more. Now, read this very carefully. This is what I thought was so interesting about his so-called gracious big GoFundMe. Read the GoFundMe carefully. especially the middle paragraph? What do you find so interesting? What I find so interesting is he's hoping to raise enough money to pay off my partner's court cost so he can get his license back. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that your court costs were everybody else's problems, especially when it comes to your partner. Yeah, that's the kind of garbage they decide to put out. But you know something else? Yeah, let me know how that works out for him for the Sprinter van. Maybe, work your job and save your money to, you know, get your Sprinter van. Because I'll tell you this right now, them Sprinter vans ain't cheap, especially the new ones. And you know what, though? Maybe he could hook up for a van conversion with Tam's Journey 65. Just saying. But here's the other part of his so-called GoFundMe. There you go. That's the other part of the GoFundMe. Hey, I got an interesting idea. Did you guys ever see his face? Did you ever see what he looked like? Did you ever see what his partner's face looked like? Oh, please. Hold. Now, the picture has been redacted for protection and privacy, and you'll know the reasons when you see it. Just put two and two together. There you go. There's a guy in his pain. There you go. And I can tell you this right now, they're not holding a dog. They're holding, yes. Isn't that special? Oh, and by the way, I have proof they're not holding a dog. And I even have even further proof that he's been known to, we'll say back in 2019, he was a busy guy. He got in trouble with the law. And I have a screenshot. But I haven't redacted the info. I'm just saying I'm going to do that. I'll do that on another live. But you know what? Hey, hold on a second. You know what? I'm sorry. I got to put this out there too. God. Oh, my. Oh, crap. I didn't transfer that picture. Okay. We can get that picture. Hold, please. I have the picture. I have the picture. I have the power. Oh, it's coming up. Oh, I do have a screenshot of the new pop. There you go. There you go. Sorry. My apologies. We are working on it. There is no technical difficulties with your camera or your iPad, but we are getting the receipts. I'll be right there with you. Hold, please. Is this the picture? Can't tell. Yeah, I think this might be the picture. Nope, that's not it. That was from somebody else's videos. I have the screenshot. that shows it all. And I honestly thought that I had put it together. My apologies. There it is. There it is. There it is. Sorry. Tag, you're it, dude. Yeah. This was forwarded to me by another content creator. Is that wipes and diaper? I think it is. It is. Holy crap. Is there something that we haven't? Have you taken notice one thing with him? He will consistently and constantly take the dog for a walk, but he won't be around the partner. Right. And the thing is, how you doing, Catherine? No, you're fine, Fiona. But what I think is interesting is that they don't want you to know that, which is fine. Safety and security and privacy is important when it comes to kids. We don't put kids out there. We don't put them up. But things that involve a child, and you're not telling everyone the truth. And that's exactly what you're not doing, is not telling everyone the truth. Oh, and that's the other thing. And thank you, Lori. He did not turn around and by any means say anything correctly when he mentioned to the fact that Lori said that he was abusing his dog. Allegedly, he said that I said it. Well, I don't remember when I said it or if I said it. Do you have receipts? Do you have proof? Because I'm pretty sure I didn't say it. Because I'm pretty sure I'm not that type of person that would ever say that. Yeah. Well, it is what it is. But the biggest thing is that a narcissist and a liar will always turn around and throw blame on somebody else when they feel that they're getting cornered in their lives. That's the kicker. Correct. Beggars never have receipts, and they never will. It's interesting that they sit there and say, well, I got receipts, but you never, ever show them. But you know who does? Is individuals when it comes to awareness. You know why? Because individuals that are bringing awareness, that bring up the receipts, have the proof that you don't want people to hear or see, period. And that's sad. Don't sit there and ever tell me that, I got receipts all day until the end of the day. No, you don't. Because we all never seen it as of to yet. I've never seen one scammer or beggar ever show me a receipt. Ever. But there's your receipt. A guy in his pity. I do have legal paperwork that I can put out, but I'm not going to tonight because I didn't redact information, and I won't do that. But what I will do, is put this up. I gotta take a shit. Holy crap, I gotta take a shit. I've been watching. Margaret, you're getting a little out of hand there, dear. You're getting on that go-go kart? I gotta take a shit. And then race home on the bus? I gotta take a shit. You're all gonna go in with me while I take my shit. Who wants to watch that crap? Certainly not me. No, she ain't my honey. Well, and that's one thing that I wanted to put out. Oh, yeah. I want to put out one thing real quick. Margaret and mods, I just want to give you a heads up with the new way TikTok is running. Keep blocking, keep muting. Because what's going to happen is, I forget what it's called, but it's reference to mod timeout or mediation timeout. And what happens is your live gets flagged and your live will get stopped. And then what you have to do is you got to take a little test in reference to blocking and muting individuals. So much. Oh, yes. And there's more to come with the new layout, the new rollout for the new platform. There's one with keywords. If you say certain keywords and it triggers the algorithm, oh, your live will end and you will have to get schooled by TikTok in order to get it unlocked to be able to go back and go live. And if you don't answer, and I think it's 5 questions, MLA Red had it done to her already. There's 5 questions. It could be even more. That what happens is that they'll turn around and set you into a timeout for a certain amount of time until they get that information to you to do the testing. Oh, yeah. And it's not fun. I tell you that right now. But it's their way of rolling out the new and pushing a better platform. They want individuals to turn around and be, caring and cautious. Well, Lisa, are you saying to block Tim Nash? Oh, yeah. See, that's the other thing. Yep. With her being an Instagram, that's the other thing too. When you go live on an unpopular page, you don't get as much foot traffic in your live. And then you double down on blocking or muting people in your live. Oh, yes. Well, it's going to catch up to her. Trust me, Sabrina. And the thing is with Maggie, it's going to catch up to her too as well. Now, one thing I want to put out, and I don't agree with this person whatsoever. We've all had run-ins with this individual. So easily broke. Yes, it does still exist. This woman is vile, disgusting, and personally, in my opinion, her pictures don't do her justice at all, because personally, in my opinion, you ain't as young as what you think you are, dear. I tell you that right now, just the way you talk. I mean, she sits there and turns around and talks like this. You don't certainly sound like you're sober either. This is Not Easily Broke, one of Maggie's so-called mods. But she decided to turn around and state something in a live. And the thing is that she stated in reference to Lava Cake and her cat, who is going through medical situations, that Lava Cake should unalive her cat. Well, first off, broke back, it ain't your choice, it ain't your decision. Okay? Let's get that straight. You run your mouth and are too chicken shit to get into a box to turn around and stand up for what you're running your mouth for. Well, okay. And then you decided to turn around and talk about people and clout. Well, gee, I don't think I'd ever been into Maggie's boxes to go for clout like you do. But that's okay. You keep running that trap. Okay? Oh, it is awful. And then she sits there and says, well, I got all the information on everybody. I'm going to put out what I want want to. Really? Hold, please. I have a picture. I think I still have it. And I'm pretty sure I do. Remember how she talked in the movie? Just saying. I wonder if she did the voiceover work for her. Just saying. That's who you sound like. So easily broke. That's my opinion. If you've ever heard her talk, you'll know. I mean, it's either you hear her talk like that, you can constantly listen to Margaret sitting on a scooter. I gotta take shit. That's all I'm saying. But you know what else I'm gonna say about that too? You know, we all have animals. We all care for our animals. But you know, at the same time, it's our choice what we do with what we want. But hey, let's get in some of your mods, Margaret. Constant modding, no supportive, maybe give $1 here or there. Oh, that's when Maggie was on the bus and you see the yellow tag. $3,000. $3,000. She's got her eyes closed for a reason, folks. Okay. Just putting it out there. Here's another one. Common one. $1 here, $5 there, whatever. Oh, God. But yet, Jennifer, what has Maggie ever done for you? She gonna take you to the Chris Brown concert? I think not. But you keep giving her the money. Here's a new one. Interesting. Now listen, 3,000 is crazy work. I understand that. Maggie's working as hard as she can, okay? When she's not taking a crap. And last but not least, here's another one. But she wants that $3,000 come tax time. Look at the one comment there at the bottom. Mag had a goal of 3,000. Dig in them wallets and let's get it in. Okay, how about you send it first? All of it. Oh, yeah. Don't worry, Maggie. I will make sure the IRS is prepared for your taxes, okay? Because now I'm sure, hold please. I'm sure they would love to see all this. Hold please. I have a screenshot that's very important to us, okay? And I gotta find it. I don't know if I saved it or not. Yes, I did. Don't worry, Maggie. I will get a better picture to share with the class today, okay? Yes, I can do that. I know. Her mods are always pushing everybody else to give out their money. But what are the mods doing? Oh, are you doing something on the backside? No, you're not. Because if you were doing something on the backside, you would not be turning around sitting there telling everybody else to pay up. I mean, I'm just putting it out there. I mean, seriously. Oh, she's got 2 events coming up. Okay? Well, at least 2 that I'm aware of. Now, I know Ray J's one of them. she gotta go see Ray J. You know, when Ray J's healthy, she gonna go see Ray J. Okay? She's gonna go see Ray J. But she's also gonna make that surprise trip on Buzz out to Cleveland, Ohio to see the fam. But she needs your money because she needs that food. She needs that money for food. You're going out to see family. Why do you need any kind of money? Just asking an honest question. Look, I get it. SSI and food stamps may not be enough, but it's enough for your sustainable living in your apartment. It's called saving money. You know, it's interesting. All the things that you can do just sitting on your sofa watching your soaps as the beg continues, hence the reason for the name of the live. And yet you could be sitting there getting extra money just by simply being on your computer, your phone, what have you, instead of being on a social media app and any other social media app for that fact, begging for other people's money. Oh. Well, you know. Well, and she used her check for events. That's not a us problem. Last time I checked, it wasn't a me problem. That was a her problem with misusing and misappropriating funds. Oh, here we go with the puzzle piece. Got it. Mm-hmm. Look, she just needs everybody's income tax returns, okay? She wants to be everlasting rich, but yet she can't turn around and save any money of her own? Well, I can answer that. SSI has been notified multiple times. They are aware of her situation. Now, one thing that I did watch Mexican Homies Live, and I do agree with him, is to start putting out these organizations and putting them on the spot. So the next live that I go live on, we're going to turn around and put out her HUD housing and some of the individuals that turn around and work there. Now, I will not put out names, but I will put out a picture. But we'll see. I have to discuss that with my mods, whether that's a good idea or not. But her housing authority is Montgomery Housing Authority. So, but listen, everybody has a right to their own animals and the treatment of their own animals. Last time I checked, not easily broke or so broke back. Last time I checked, you don't have a right to tell anybody what to do with their pets or their animals. And in fact, if anything, you're the last person I would ever take advice from, period. I mean, seriously. I mean, it's bad enough you give out some shady advice to Margaret. Don't be giving out to other people what they should and should not do with their animals. I support Lava Cake. I support her cat. And she knows that, or they know that they can always reach out to me if they need assistance. Period. Yeah, I agree. But what I don't think is, I don't think you're as young as what you think you say you are. I mean, and I certainly can guarantee that you're not dry. That's a proven fact. I mean, after all, didn't you go running and trip and skin your knees up? I mean, after all, you certainly seem to be prone to being on your knees an awful lot. I'm just saying. Calling it how it is. You don't like it, tough shit. That's my personal opinion. Because the way you treat other people, you're going to get treated back the same way. Period. So, and Maggie, do something other than going on trips, okay? How's that Paris trip going? Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, how's that Paris trip going? The funds for that? Yeah, okay. And the funny thing is, the same people are in her live all the time constantly giving their own money. You know, that's what's interesting about it is when was the last time she ever did anything for you guys? And she just bought another baby. And she openly admitted that she was going to, oh yeah, Crystal. Oh yeah. She just turned around and openly admitted in her live that she was going to utilize that for Toys for Tots.
Guess what, Margaret? I'm already a step ahead of you. I already made the phone calls and sent off the information to Toys R Tots. Have a good day. Bye-bye now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I whisper that in the phone? Yes, I did. I have the footage. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She takes toys from Tots. So, Margaret, good luck come Christmas time, okay? You might get wood blocks. You might get a piece of coal. But you sure as hell ain't going to take from Toys for Tots anymore. Guaranteed. You want everything handed to you, work for it like everybody else does. Just saying. Oh, it was terrible. I got screenshots that I sent into him. She don't care. She got a mentality of a 2-year-old, but I can guarantee you, she certainly knows what she's doing when it comes to begging for other people's money on this app. And what's crazy is they keep giving it to her. And I'm like, you can go ahead and make the haters mad. Who's mad? I'm not mad. I could care less. It's not my money. I'm not a fool to turn around and give my money to somebody like you. Especially when you're getting HUD housing, especially when you're getting SSI, especially when you're getting food stamps, and then you're sitting there crying because you don't have enough. You got more, lady, than what most fucking people do have. And that is a fact. And, you know, here's the other thing, too. They sit there and say, well, she's not lying. She's not lying. No, I'm not saying that she's lying. There are times that she has lied, but what she's doing is legally wrong. Look it up. And like I said before, I'll tell you what, next live, I will do it in crayon so you can better understand it. Okay? Because I will do that in crayon just for you to understand what she's doing is wrong. Period. And if you think eventually she's going to get away with it, you're wrong. She is not. Because eventually karma does come and bite you in the backside. Period. And when time takes time, that's all we've got. And when TikTok switches over to the new platform, good luck. Because you sure as hell shit ain't going to get nowhere else on freaking IG. Now, her functions that she wants to go to. She's got to go to Chris Brown. July 23rd, allegedly. July 23rd. Oh, yeah. And that's the other thing that I want to... Oz. I didn't get her picture, but I will. Served in the military, which I think is interesting. You put your information out there way too much. Just saying. If you do your research, you'll know exactly who it is. I don't think the military would appreciate knowing to the fact that you're supporting somebody that's illegally committing a crime. Just saying. Past, present, or future. Doesn't matter. But that's just my opinion. And yes, not easily broke or so break. Yeah, you're right, James. Not so easily broke. You are a racist. By far. I've seen your page. I've seen your videos. They're disgusting. Everything about your page is just disrespectful and racist. That's my facts. But hey, you run your page your way, especially when you have grandchildren and everything like that. I don't think that I'd want to turn around and pass that on to my kids or whatever. I'm just saying, I'm putting that out there, and I'm being honest. But you keep doing you, boo, because obviously you're really going places. And Mela was in her live too as well. Oh, that's what I was thinking, you know? Sounds like somebody else we all know. Papa. But, you know, you do you. Now, I am going to touch off on one last person tonight, and we're going to call it a night. Here it is. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Okay, thank you. You okay? You ready? You ready? You guys all know her, right? Cam's Journey 65. Yeah. About that. You know, peanut butter wafers are great to eat. You're not ready for bed. Well, sit down and watch some YouTube videos or something. I do. You know, peanut butter wafers are great to eat. No, I didn't touch on hobo tonight. I didn't touch on hobo. I was going to do that, but I got caught up with other individuals. Yeah. You know, the funny thing about her is, hold on, I got to see if I still have that screenshot. And I think I do. She's a straight out beggar, I can tell you that right now. I do not care either way or other way. I do have her screenshot. Hold please. Do. Maybe that is it. Yes, crap, I did go too far. I think this is it. Don't quote me on this at all. I can't tell if this is her. Yes, it is. Tam's Journey 65. She turned around in the last 10 days, made almost $600 off of gifts alone. Gifts alone. That doesn't include any possible potential subscribers. Doesn't turn around and include anything in reference to her pay apps that she's got in her page. And yet I find it so damn interesting. Oh my God. And she sits there and cries about her van cushion oil on the exhaust. Oh my God. Oh my God. Then she'll sit there and cry about that, but then she'll sit there and turn around and, oh my God. Oh my God. Hey, hold on. I gotta show it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Is that a Coach bag? Oh my God. Yes, I did take a screenshot out of that from Block Parties with Respect. Oh my God. But my van leaks. Oil all over the place. I'm not begging. Oh my God. You could go out and spend money on a damn bag like that, but yet you can't get your damn van fixed? Get the fuck out of here. Seriously, take a hike. That bag costs probably as much as what it would take to turn around and fix your van. And you're going to sit there and have a damn bag like that in your van that's pretty much brand new, and then sit there and turn around and keep pulling this crap. I don't think so. Oh, and mentioning about the wafers, the peanut butter wafers, hold please. I have a special announcement to put out about that. Yes. And I'm going to be point blank and blunt on it. I think this is it. Don't quote me on it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Oh my God. I did research, you dumbass. You shouldn't be turning around and giving that crap to a dog for the simple fact that it has little to no nutritional benefit and could cause a tummy upset, risking it to have, what's that? Excuse me? Diarrhea. Diarrhea and other bowel problems. But hey, she's smart. She's got a coach bag. And she's willing to give. And yes, I saw it with my own two eyes, and I can certainly go back and get the freaking recordings and the screenshots of her feeding that dog Nutter Butters. Yeah, and that's the other thing, too, that's concerning to me. Yeah, you're right, Sherry. The dog has diarrhea constantly. Maybe it's because of the crap that she's giving him. And I noticed that she mistreats that dog every single moment that she can. She yells at him, corrects him. Oh, I didn't know that. I'm sure that's real good for Chewy and his diet. She even openly admitted to, at some point, she turned around and she said that Chewy is too much for her. But that's okay. In my opinion, she is a class A1 beggar. She says that she's not, but she is. If you weren't a beggar, you wouldn't have your pay app in your bio. Just saying. Straight up, flat out. And you wouldn't sit there on your phone for hours and hours. Oh, did I mention for hours? Turn around and trying to entice people to give you gifts. She was actually grifting for gifts the other night in a live that I watched. Grifting for gifts. Yes, that is a saying. That is a term. And the thing is that people were gullible to give it to her. 70% is taken out for gifts. 70. Not 20. Not 40. 70. That's why I don't want anybody's gifts. I'm being respectful. Because you don't deserve to spend out 70% for TikTok gifts. I don't want them. Here's the other thing, too. Think about this. When you don't have your gifts turned on, what's the one thing they can't take from you? They can't take your ability to get gifts. That's why they're turned off. So it's a win-win situation in my case, or at least in the case of awareness. There you have it. Oh, okay. Working on it. But that's okay. You keep buying those expensive bags, okay? Instead of fixing your van. See, here's the other thing too. And I had a screenshot. What makes individuals homeless? Or being homeless, is it a choice? In some situations, being homeless, some individuals do make it a choice because it's the independence. It's the ability to turn around and let's change that picture up. I don't need to see her anymore. She makes me ticked off. It's the choice of individuals that are homeless. And look, her account, whether it was hacked or not, she'll never see that account again. So that's on her. Exactly. Oh, and the other thing is too is about Levi's eye surgery. Allegedly, the surgeon or the individual that was taking control of that situation never showed up, according to her. Which, okay. I don't think it was hacked either. That's my own opinion, because I find it awfully interesting that she can see it, she just can't get into it. Let alone she doesn't really show any kind of receipts in reference to the fact that it was hacked. She's also turned around and put out to the fact that she wants to put out um, about a lawyer and all that. Well, it costs money, dear. Yeah, I know. And if her daughter did it, that's between her and her daughter. And and if that the daughter had a part of that, like I said, that's between her and her daughter. But it's interesting. Did she really even ask her daughter if she did do something about that? I don't know. I don't know. She's going to constantly beg. Yeah, and that's how I look at it too. She's full of shit. We all know it. Well, I think she feeds Chewie the wrong stuff and then blames it on other things. Notice how she's quick to blame everybody else. I mean, after all, she called me a creeper, an old creepy guy. Have you seen what she's looked like? I mean, I don't need to have filters to have me on a screen. I'm just saying. What you see is what you get. But to the simple fact that you're going to sit there and turn around and judge somebody else by their looks doesn't make you look like a real good person. The same way as you don't turn around and treat your pets the way that they should be treated properly. That's what I would say to that. Now, if these poor suckers want to keep giving her gifts to have no content at all, you keep doing that 70% thing. You go for it. And that goes for any beggar and scammer that's on this app. Oh, I know. I know. I know. And that goes for any beggar and scammer on here. If you got to come on a social media app, whether it's this one or any of the other ones, and ask people for money all the time, you got to ask yourself, when's enough? When is it enough for me to turn around and put myself out there and embarrass myself by asking other people for money? Now, some of them will sit there and say, well, it's just a little help. Or, I just need assistance. But yet they won't turn around and look for the resources. Now, I am going to turn around and talk about one person that I was in a live this evening with, but I'm not going to put their picture up. They have one chance and one chance only. And what I thought was interesting was a young lady and her significant other were asking for help to get their laundry. Oh, I'm just jealous. Yeah, and projecting. Was asking for assistance to get their laundry done. But if I remember correctly, I got up into a box. I offered her solutions, ideas. I even turned around and instructed her to reach out to 211. But the problem with that is that I even made mention to reach out to me if nothing works or if you need additional help. And what do you think they did? They never did reach back out to me. I forget what her name was. Texas something. Princess, Texas. And look, I'm open to her to reach. Yeah, you're right. Yep, Raquel. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead, Lori. Because you were in that live too as well. And the thing is, okay, Hope. Oh, okay. Texas Princess, yes. And look, I offered her, but God, I hate when I come with receipts. So I did a little digging and a little bit of research, per se, in general. Look at that. Oh my God. Now, she did let loose. They were in the state of Illinois. Okay. Basically, that's as far as I needed to go. What's the problem? They said they called 211, but I doubt very likely they did, because 211 normally points you in the right direction. But you know what else does? Doing your research and your legwork. Hold, please. Okay, there's that one. Now, I did a statewide research or search on resources. Oh my God, what's that? Oh my God. Now, this is nationwide or statewide in that state. Okay? You see how far I'm willing to go to assist other individuals on resources? Hold, please. I have more. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow. 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 But you know, the biggest one that I found in that state was this one right here. Hold, please. Oh, wow. Wow. And that was just one freaking app or one page. How you doing, Emmett? But yet I could have gone even further. Just saying. And that's one that I might turn around and take a look into adding into the resource link tree. Because this one, this app right here, hold on, I'll bring it up again. This one is nationwide. See, it states find location. Why not? Why not? If it may not help them, at least it can help somebody else. So what do? We do research on further nationwide assistance. Best thing to do. Just saying. And yes, warming centers are open across the nation. Oh. Yeah, I agree. Oh, that's the other thing, too. The state of Texas does have LIHEAP. And I forgot to mention this, too, and that's my fault. My apologies sincerely to everyone. Yeah, this woman here stated that LIHEAP's not in there. LIHEAP doesn't exist in the state of Texas. You want to come back and say I was wrong? Because they do. They are. I have receipts for that. Okay. I'm about done. I know I didn't put up as many mods up tonight, but that's because I've basically been all across everything this week so far, and it's been a busy week. I'm going to do the further resources and the research on those other additional links for getting your laundry done. Don't give people your money. Don't tell them you're going to turn around and drive to them to help them out. No, not tonight. I'm tuckered out. I was up early this morning. But, oh, you're welcome, Sydney. But I can guarantee you next live we'll have more mods, more supporters. I'm going to certainly lock down and focus on them. Other than that, that's it. I ain't got nothing else. Anybody want a box, you're more than welcome to come up tonight. Uh-oh, you better get well. Okay, don't end just yet. Okay, I won't. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, okay. So, yeah. Anybody sits there and turns around and tells you within an hour and a half, oh, the updates on the new TikTok, yes. So if your live gets abruptly ended on the TikTok side, it doesn't give you a strike, but it does, and you got to go through classes to be able, like a 5 questionnaire class that you gotta do to turn around and take that streak off? Hey, scam opera.
So, hello.
Hey.
So me and Bugs did a little digging on this guy and her, and yeah, Larry owes back child support.
I believe it.
Larry doesn't have a license because he owes back child support.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
So, from what I gathered, I was listening. I was still at work. I was listening on a headset, still working. This guy wants cash jobs, and I've seen this before when I was younger and I worked in restaurants and bars. A lot of the patrons that would come in were guys that worked cash jobs, so they didn't have to pay their ex's child support.
Ah, well, that certainly makes a lot of sense. And I bet you that's why they don't want to let anybody know where they're at.
And I can't show the receipt because I would have to redact it, and like you know how it is during the week. It's
Oh,
hard to-
yeah. Yep.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, he made a lot of excuses. She was making a lot of excuses for him, and the thing that struck me the most is this dude. And I hate those like this that are in the background talking, and everything that this woman is saying, he's in the background, like coaching her what to say next, and getting angry with the chat, getting angry with people asking questions. You are asking people for money.
Yeah.
Stop getting so defensive and get worked up. But you want $40 for laundry? I don't know, the whole thing. And then they just stayed on for forever. And I was like, and then the cash app was in the negative.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
And they had a little tiff about that back and forth. And I'll post it on my YouTube. Um,
Okay.
because from what I gathered, this isn't the first time that they've done this. I just haven't seen them before. I happened to see you and Sunshine in the Box, and I came in there to see what was happening. I had seen them earlier in the day, but I didn't stay.
Right.
But yeah, just the more and more excuses they came up with, and then they said, well, they had to go to the laundry by 7 o'clock. I've never heard of such a thing.
No, neither have I.
And going down through her page, I noticed, and this this might not be recent, but I noticed that they do like to go to the bar.
Oh. Okay.
So yeah, there's
That
that.
answers a lot.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of interesting, considering that she is she is getting a check. Today's the 14th, and I guess the check's already gone.
Well, it's interesting. I never realized that you could actually get your laundry done at a bar. I'm being facetious. And I'm being honest.
And then there was this thing about she had to get on the bus with the laundry, and she gets a free bus pass, and that he needs $60 for a bus pass for a month. I was like, dude, you're going to do the laundry. You don't need a bus pass for the month. And then he was like, it's $2 for a dollar to ride there and a dollar back. You're telling me you don't have $2?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, but these people on here, man.
Well, you heard it firsthand. So,
Yeah, you can thank Bugs down there. She's really good at finding stuff. She really is.
oh, I know she is. She's good. But see, that's the thing. That's what makes awareness what awareness is. You do a lot of research. You do a lot of, sometimes you got to go down a rabbit hole. I just don't go down all the way with the rabbit hole sometimes. And that's my fault. Okay, Hope, thank you.
Yeah.
But
Sometimes can get really involved, like that Joe Squirrel, man. I'm telling you, me and her, shoo, the rabbit holes we went down. He had a whole YouTube page. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's worth it if you can get one person to listen.
yeah. Yeah.
So,
Well, I appreciate you, Scam Opera, for coming up.
I just wanted to tell y'all that, just FYI. All these excuses about working and stuff, dude. Get up off your butt. go get a job, pay you back child support, and do your own laundry.
Yeah,
Y'all,
exactly.
y'all have a good night.
Hey, you take care. Have a good night yourself. Well, there you have it. I gotta go get some antacids. I got indigestion. I'm sorry. And I'm done for the night. To stick a fork in me. Uh, Hunker down. It's gonna get cold this week. Keep pushing resources. And I promise I will next time I will come with more mods and enablers. I put a few up tonight. But do your research, watch individuals. Okay. Everybody make sure you look for the video on Larry and Raquel. Other than that, I'm done. Have a good rest of the week. And whatever ends up with TikTok and their platform and what goes on, just be prepared. Remember, take screenshots of your accounts, your main accounts, not your backups, your main accounts that you go off of. Thank you. And we'll see how it goes going into the future for this. Oh, you're welcome, everyone. You all take care. Stay safe. Have a great week.
So I guess this is it for me. I'll probably be back when if Foodie Beauty comes up. Hopefully it's a decent hour. Not going to bed at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Anyways, have a good night and I'll see you later or tomorrow. Bye. Good night, Cooch. Bye.